everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I thought I would do another Will I Buy It series. This is a series that is inspired by Samantha March, and she does do a Will I Buy It every Wednesday on her channel. I will link her channel in the description box below. She has also created a community Will I Buy It playlist, which includes videos by all of the creators that have taken inspiration from Samantha and have added themselves to this community playlist. It is a great way to find other channels, and I know I've definitely found a few channels from that playlist myself. I will link that in the description box as well. I believe I did say at the beginning of the year that I did want to make this a monthly video. Things kind of got away with me with my little break that I took in January, and I felt like I've been playing catch up for the past couple of months, hence the reason why I now am doing 3 uploads a week. So I'm hoping that I can continue this and do this around the beginning of the month. My everyday makeup draw is always going to be one of the first videos of the month, and then this will follow sort of a few days later. I have actually upgraded from how I was doing things last time. So I don't know if I actually shown you last time, but I think I did mention I actually used to go off paper notes when I was doing these kind of videos. As I film on my phone, I'm not able to kind of live go through Instagram and things while I'm talking about these items, but from this month, as a test month and hopefully going forward, I've now brought out my laptop, and that is going to be how I'm looking at things. So fingers crossed this goes a bit more smoothly, because I now have coloured pictures in front of me and I'm not having to remember things. I am filming this on Monday with the hope of making it live on Wednesday, if not Wednesday, Friday. So the information that I'm going over here is kind of up to date as of Monday. Any releases after Monday I obviously won't have had that information. Because I haven't done this for a couple of months, I am going to be including makeup that may be a little bit older. I've just thought as well, I'm really hoping that I don't have a glare off my laptop shining onto my face, because that won't be pretty viewing. But unfortunately, because my eyesight isn't the best, I do need to have it sort of right on my knee here so I can read things. But enough of the rambling, let's get into the products. So the first thing I want to talk about is a product that is being offered by the website Cult Beauty, and this is their Cult Beauty Starter Kit. This is a selection of 6 different products for £30. They say that it has a value of £79. So the 6 items are the Living Proof Restore Mask Treatment, the Ordinary Alpha Albutin 2% and HA, the Patchology Flash Mask Hydrate, the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask, the NARS The Multiple Orgasm, and the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions Palette. This has been available on their website for some time now, but it keeps cropping up as a sponsored post on like Facebook and Instagram and things, and it keeps piquing my interest, and I don't know why, because looking at the products in it, there's not actually a lot there that I am going to make use of. The Glow Recipe Sleeping Mask sounds nice, but I can't bear anything that is artificially watermelon scented. It just turns my stomach, so that is one that I would not be able to use. The Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions palette, I have the Amethyst one, and I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. Okay, oranges are more the shades that I would wear rather than the purples, but still I don't think I necessarily need it. Then we have the NARS item, which I'm not 100% sure what it actually is. I think it might be like a multi-use blush stick highlighter thing. Again, not my kind of products. The Ordinary product sounds good, but I know they're not going to be that expensive if I just wanted to purchase that. The Patchology mask is one I think I've tried and I did really like, but again, not that expensive if I wanted to just buy that. And then the Living Proof Restore Mask Treatment. It sounds nice, but I'm terrible at remembering to apply hair masks. So I like the idea of this box, and I hope it is something that they possibly do release every so often with a different collection of products and contained in it, but this specific one just isn't for me. For £30 though, for what you get, bearing in mind the Huda Beauty palette is I think £25 alone, this is a really good deal. It is still showing as being available on their website, and it has been on there I think since the tail end of last year, but if those products do appeal to you, I would definitely say it is worth it based on the value of things. Then I'm going to move over to the Trend Mood One Instagram page, which I will have linked in the description box below as well. This is my pretty much go-to place for the latest beauty releases. So I've gone back to, I think this is my oldest post, which is February the 9th. So we are sort of a month ago at this point, but it is a product that has interested me, so I did want to mention it. And that is the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette. This is showing on Trend Mood as being $45, but I do believe I have actually seen this on Cult Beauty and it was £35. For the amount of eyeshadows contained in there, I think that's not a bad deal for £35. The tones are everything that I kind of look for in an eyeshadow palette. Yes, it's nude and neutrals, but that would be a perfect everyday shadow palette. It looks like you've got the different families of shades in that you've got the lighter ones at the beginning, the more pinky shades towards the middle, then the sort of coppery colours, and then the deeper browns towards the end. So I say it does look like everything that I would need in an eyeshadow palette. Yes, okay, I don't need any more eyeshadow palettes because of the size of my collection. The only thing that kind of puts me off this is that I've seen a few reviews from my kind of trusted YouTubers that I follow, being Emily Noel and Jessica Braun, and I don't think they've raved highly about it. I know Emily Noel said that some of the shimmers come across a bit powdery and don't sort of pack as much of a punch as she thought they would. Yes, okay, they are neutrals, so don't necessarily pack a punch, but she did say that some of the shimmers in the palette aren't the best. She did say the mattes work really well, but that as a whole the palette didn't work as she expected it to, and as she sort of expected from the brand Too Faced. So it is a palette that I'm definitely interested in, but I think for the time being I'm just going to keep an eye on it and possibly wait till it goes on sale before I grab it. Now we're on to a post from the 12th of February, and this is about 2 new Ofra cosmetic eyeshadow palettes. These are their signature eyeshadow palettes. They have one in the name Galaxy, which is a mixture of cool lavenders and purples. And then they have one called Sweet Dreams, which is a mixture of rosy peach and rosy shades. So it looks like they both contain a highlighter in the middle of them, which I haven't yet tried a highlighter from Ofra Cosmetics, so I would be interested in trying them. I like that they've paired 4 eyeshadows with the highlighter in the middle, because you obviously could apply the highlighter to your eyes as well. So it says these both retail for $32 each. We do get hold of Ofra Cosmetics on Beauty Bay. Let me just actually check Beauty Bay. Okay, so I've just had a look on Beauty Bay and these are actually available on there, and they are £25 each, which I don't think is too bad considering that they are Ofra Cosmetics. They are a higher end brand, but both of these do look really pretty. I'm always seem to be drawn to purple eyeshadows, but I'm not very comfortable wearing purple, so I am drawn more to the rosy toned one, which it says has a soft peach with a matte finish, a coral nude with a matte finish, a soft pale pink, which is the Pillow Talk highlighter, a coral pink shimmer, and then a sienna brown with a matte finish. So I am really intrigued by these. I'd like to try Ofra Cosmetics eyeshadow and kind of the highlighter formula, and for £25 it's a good way to try both in one go. So yeah, this one's definitely caught my eye. Next we have a new collection from Catrice Cosmetics, and this is in collaboration with Disney. There's not much information on this, to be honest. It does just say coming soon on Catrice Cosmetics EU. I have done a bit of a Google to see if I can find anything more about them direct on Catrice's website, but the website wasn't actually loading, so I don't know where you would be able to get them. But because they jumped out at me and I did really like the look of them, I wanted to mention them. It looks like it comes with some matte liquid lipsticks, some eyeshadows and some nail polishes. I would be interested in trying at least one of everything in this. I am a big lover of matte liquid lipsticks. The eyeshadow palettes look really nice and neutral, and the nail polishes look really cute, and they'd be something I'd be more likely to possibly pick up for my daughter. She's got a thing at the moment where she really likes having her toenails painted, and if I was using Minnie Mouse nail varnish, she'd be even more excited. So this is something that I would be interested in. Catrice Cosmetics are a really reasonably priced drugstore brand, so I'm going to keep my eyes on this and see if anything else comes out. We can get Catrice Cosmetics here, and it's through the website Just My Look. I don't think they're available on any other websites. I would have said I could probably order from Catrice direct, but because they are in the EU and we're now not, I don't know how much of a difference that would make, but definitely one I'm going to keep an eye on. And we have a newish release from Colourpop. Newish in Colourpop terms means an old release, and this is their new lip glosses. These are part of the Lux Lip family, so they now have bullet lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, and now the glosses. I'm not really a lip gloss person. Lip gloss just always kind of reminds me of back in the early 2000s when it was the only makeup I wore, and it would regularly be my hair sticking to it and just generally feeling gross. So I'm not the biggest fan of lip glosses, but these look like they are really pretty, and they do have quite a few shades are pretty opaque, so are more kind of in the realms of what I like to wear, in that they probably be more like a comfortable liquid lipstick. I do believe they are still a little bit sticky. The fact that they are only $8 each, next time I make a Colourpop order I would be quite tempted to just stick one in my basket to try it. I did in February recently try their Luxe liquid lipstick formula and absolutely fell in love with it, so that's another reason why it is kind of tempting me with these. I do believe they have 8 shades available. They look quite interesting, and I never thought I would have my attention caught by a gloss. Next we have another lip product, and these are from Haus Laboratories, which is the makeup brand of Lady Gaga, and she's recently brought out some Le Monster matte lip crayons. I'm kind of on the fence with lip crayons. I do have a couple in my collection and I don't mind them, but they're not my most preferred lipstick formula. There are quite a few shades of these that do look nice, and I do kind of want to try something from the brand. I know since the release last year there has been very hit and miss reviews of everything that she's released. She did release quite a few different products last year, and I do think that in this latest release it is just the lip crayons. There are 12 shades available. There is Pusher, which is a burgundy wine, Destroyer, which is a plum berry, Rebel, which is a pink punch, Hot Rod, which is a neon pink, Greaser, which is a soft fuchsia, Mastered, which is a cherry red, 1950, which is a pure red, Miami Tango, which is a red orange, Fire Me, which is a dirty orange, Power Move, which is a soft rose, that's one that I like the look of, Talk Dirty, which is a nude mauve, another one I like the look of, and then Dust, which is a nude pink. I think from looking at it, I think Dust was going to be too light of a shade for me, but these were available as at the 18th of February on Amazon, and I think you can purchase direct from Haus Labs, but I think mainly she's selling on Amazon. I still can't quite get my head around the concept of it selling on Amazon. I can't actually see a price of them on the Trend post, so I'm just going to have a quick look on Amazon. They say $18 on the US Amazon. Don't know why it's loaded the US Amazon, because it should load the UK one. Okay, they're not coming up at all on Amazon UK for some reason. I know I have looked at them a few weeks ago on here and I believe they were £18, which they are $18, so we're obviously paying more, but that's always expected with things like this. I don't know if I'd necessarily pay £18 for one lip crayon of a formula I've not tried before, but the shades do look really pretty, and the pictures I've seen of them sort of swatched on models, they do look really pretty. I just don't know if I necessarily want them enough to spend £18 on them. I've not really heard many reviews about them, to be honest. I remember with the first releases there was PR kits and things going out, and I did see reviews on the first releases, but I don't think I've seen anything about these yet. We'll keep an eye out because I am kind of intrigued by the brand as a whole, but it is quite highly priced. Next we have a collaboration, and this is between Wet n Wild and Bretman Rock. Bretman Rock is a YouTuber that I've heard of, but not one that I personally follow. So the palette that they brought out is the Jungle Rock palette, and I think it has a few other things in it as well. There are some lip glosses, some loose highlighters, a face mist, a mascara, some brushes and a makeup bag. I really like the aesthetic of all of the products. The packaging with the sort of jungle theme, it's really nice packaging. It did definitely stand out to me when I was scrolling through Trend. If I'm honest, my first thought was not Wet n Wild when I seen this. I initially did think maybe Colourpop, maybe kind of Morphe or something like that. I didn't think it was Wet n Wild, but the brushes look really pretty with the patterns on the handles. It says their range between $6.99 and $7.99. I've tried a couple of Wet n Wild brushes and do quite like them, so I might be interested in possibly trying one of the brushes. The eyeshadow palette doesn't really speak to me. It's a little bit too bright. Looking at it, I can't really think of any eye look that I would do with it. So the eyeshadow palette for me is a pass. Would help if I told you the price. So the eyeshadow palette is $14.99. It's pretty good value. I've tried a few different palettes from Wet n Wild and I do quite like the formula of them. Next we have a release from the brand Good Molecules, which I believe is the own brand of the website Beautylish, which is a US beauty website. And these are the caffeine energizing hydrogel eye patches. These were part of one of the recent trend mood boxes, which I was hoping to actually get, but unfortunately the trend mood boxes only ship within the US, they don't ship internationally, so I wasn't able to get my hands on one of them. But I do really like the look of these eye patches that were contained in there. So this comes with 60 patches or 30 pairs and it is $18, which I think is a pretty good price for 30 pairs of under eye patches. I do really like that they come in a little tub with a little spatula to get each one out, because I'm guessing they are really infused with product, so it can be a little bit slippery to get out of packaging. So the fact that they're in a tub with a spatula, they've thought of everything kind of thing. But these do really look nice, and it says that it's got 1% caffeine, which instantly creates a firmer eye area, designed to have a result in about 10 minutes. It's great as a pick-me-up in the morning. I don't have 10 minutes in the morning to sit with eye patches on. I have 10 minutes to apply my whole face of makeup and usually get ready. So it wouldn't be a morning thing for me, it would more be of a night thing. But I am really interested in these, and I do like with Beautylish that they do ship internationally, and if you place an order over $35, shipping is free. A lot of US based websites, you do need to make orders of at least kind of $50, $75, $100 to get the free shipping. So $35 I think is a really good price band for them to have their kind of limit at for free shipping. And they do also charge you taxes on checkout so that you won't get stung for customs when you get your order. So I am considering making an order from Beautylish sometime in the near future, and I think these are probably going to be in my basket because I'm really intrigued by them. Next we have a brand which is something you can get on Beautylish, and this is the latest release from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is the Bloodlust palette, and this is retailing for $54. I think this has been on Beauty Bay and was about £54. Again, a product where we don't always get the best value for money for it in the sort of dollar-pound ratio, but Beauty Bay say it is because of what they have to pay to get the products shipped to them and things. I think that is about what Jeffree Star Cosmetics palettes are. I think they did used to be high 40s, but now the last couple of releases have been in the 50s. Packaging wise, from the first couple of palettes, he has definitely upped his game with packaging. This one looks really sort of luxury and sort of high end. I think it's got a velvet box and all stuff like that. Maybe not so practical with the velvety packaging, but it looks good. With regards to the shades, this isn't a palette for me because of the purple tones and because I'm not a massive wearer of purple eyeshadow, but I do like the look of it and I think it is a really pretty palette. I just know I definitely won't get my wear out of it. I haven't yet tried anything from Jeffree Star's eyeshadow palettes. I have tried the lip products, which I do really love, but I've never tried the eyeshadow formula. I did go into a Morphe store in my city not that long ago and I did actually swatch one of the palettes, and they do have a really good quality. Obviously this is just based off a swatch, but I can imagine that they are really good quality, and I say I do like the lip product, so I would like to try something from his eyeshadow palettes, but there's not been one that's 100% called my name yet because they do tend to have the kind of brighter shades in them. Although I do vaguely remember seeing on Trend Mood not that long ago that he may possibly be releasing a nude palette this year, so I think I'm going to hold out and see what that one's like. Next we have another release from Colourpop, or Colourpop's sister brand, 43 Beauty, and this is the daily products. They are bringing out a daily eye cream and a daily moisturiser. The eye cream is $15 and the moisturiser is $16. I do believe you can get these in a set of both of them for $29, because I did actually add that to my basket the other day when I was shopping on Colourpop. I haven't yet placed an order, but there are a few things I've got my eye on, this eye cream being one of them. The moisturiser, I feel like I can take or leave because I do have quite a few different moisturisers. I do have a couple of eye creams on the go, but I know one of them is only a mini size, so it won't last that long. and I am quite intrigued by this eye cream. It says that it is powered by plant-derived squalene, which is an ingredient that I like, plus shea butter and lychee to replenish moisture and create supple, healthy looking skin around the delicate eye area, wear alone or under makeup. So I like that they've made it so you can wear it under makeup. And then for the facial moisturiser, it helps lock in mega moisture with, again, the squalene to enhance the complexion's moisture balance. So that sounds really good as well. Hence why I did actually have the set in my basket. So I think this is one that next time I place an order on Colourpop, I'm going to have to at least get the eye cream, I think. Then I just want to briefly talk about the new Morphe collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. So this is Jaclyn Hill's second big palette with Morphe. I do have the original Jaclyn Morphe palette, which I didn't love at first, but I did end up falling in love with, and it is one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes. That is a more neutral palette, so it's definitely one that does speak to me more than the latest release. The shade in the latest release does look nice, but the corner of neutrals is a lot smaller than the brighter shadows. There are pinks and yellows and purples in here that I know I wouldn't make use of. And as with the other one, it is $39. I think I paid £39 for mine, maybe a bit less. But it does look like a pretty palette, but definitely not one for me. So that's all I'm just going to say on this, because I know there's been a few different controversies, but I just wanted to briefly mention it because it is a palette I did consider and I did look at, but it's not for me. Next we have a release from Jouer Cosmetics, and it looks like they are bringing out some new blush duos. I have two new blush duos. They have Passion and Darling. One looks like a more darker tone one with a bronzer and a really deep looking blush, and then the other one has what looks like a possible contour shade and then a lighter coloured blush. And then they are also bringing out a hydrating lip oil, which says it's just in the shade Natural Shine. There are no prices as yet for these. It does just say coming soon, and this is as of the 24th of February. Both of these products look really pretty. Obviously the deeper tone one, it would be too dark for my skin tone. Definitely the lighter shade palette does look really pretty. I have been wanting to try something from the brand Jouer, and I have been looking at their mini blush bouquets. I think the full size ones are 30 something pounds, whereas I think the minis are 15. So I would be more inclined to get one of their minis just to try the formula before I purchased a full size. But I think from what I've seen on our website, the mini ones are in more limited shades, but it is a product that I have gone to purchase a few times now, and I think I will hopefully purchase one to try this year because I do really want to try something from the brand. And this lip oil looks really promising as well. I have been really into lip oils this winter, but now the weather's getting a bit warmer, I probably won't reach for one as much, but I will definitely be intrigued to see at what price point the lip oil is at. Then we have a few new releases from the brand Zoeva, and this is a brand that I believe has been on my list of brands I want to try in the past 2 years. I do think I did keep it on the list for this year because it is a brand that I've not yet got around to trying. I do believe that this is a German brand and it is available on a couple of different websites here in the UK. They are releasing 3 baked highlighters, which are $26 each, and then they are bringing out some concealer, which is $19. And it does say that these are available now at Ulta or Zoeva Cosmetics themselves. The highlighters look really pretty and I was drawn in by them immediately. They did sort of remind me of ones from MAC that we've seen in the past with the sort of swirly pattern on the pan itself. With regards to the shades, they do seem very bright. They are described as a gold with golden pearls, and then there's a bronze with silver and bronze pearls, and then there's a raspberry rose pink with pink and purple pearls. So shade wise, I think these are going to be a bit too intense for me. If they did have a more sort of paler champagne coloured one, I would definitely be intrigued. But the 3 shades that they've released at the moment, I think they are going to be too dark for me and too intense. With regards to the concealer, this is $19. I tend to just stick to more drugstore concealer, so I don't think that's something I would look at. Plus for the fact that I can only buy Zoeva online and I hate buying complexion products online without swatching them, so I think this one's going to have to be a pass for me. We have another release from Morphe, and this is a 18S Sunset Beats Artistry palette, which is $18, and then they are releasing some different shades of bronzers, which are $19 each. So the eyeshadow palette looks nice. It's kind of got a couple of pops of colour in there, being a pink and then what looks like a bright gold, but other than that it does look quite muted. Didn't really jump out to me immediately. And then for the bronzers, it looks like they have 10 different shades, which is a good selection of shades. It looks like they are covering all skin tones, which is good. But I think for me, that is something that I might need to see in person in store, with there being so many different shades. But I have so many bronzers that I probably don't need it. They did catch my eye, if I'm honest. Another product that caught my eye was from the brand Uoma. I think that's how I say it, Uoma Beauty. And this is something that is available now, and this is their Black Magic Carnival collection. It was the packaging that caught my eyes more than anything here, but actually looking closer at the products, I don't think there's anything here that does speak to me. There is an eyeshadow palette which is $44, but the shades, I don't really know what I would do with that palette. Then they have some face, body and bronzing highlighters which are $35. I'm not into body highlighters, and again the shades of these look a bit too dark like the Zoeva ones. And then they have some carnival lipsticks which are $26. These are Trinidad, which is a bright fuchsia with a metallic blue shimmer pearl, and then Bahia, I don't know how you say it, Bahia, which is deep mauve with a golden pearl dual colour flip. I just like one colour in my lipsticks. I'm not a massive fan of the kind of dual coloured lipsticks or metallic lipsticks, to be honest. So I like how fun this collection looks, but there's nothing in it that kind of speaks to me really, other than the packaging. Then we have a new release from Huda Beauty, and this is another one that is available now, and this is their new Pastel Obsessions palettes. They have 3 different shades. There is a rose one, a lilac one and a mint one. And there is obviously the usual £9 palettes as with the other Obsessions palettes, and these ones are retailing for $29. When these are on UK websites, I believe they're about £25. They do look really pretty and do scream spring to me, but I don't think I'd make use of any of the shades in these palettes. The one that caught my eye the most is probably the rose one, but I just think I'm not a massive pastel wearer, so I don't think I would get use out of this. I do like that each one of the palettes contains a pan that looks like it's got a sort of animal print running through it, which is quite cool. But from the swatches, they're too pale for me. I would be intrigued actually, now I think about it, to see a comparison between these palettes and the ones from Colourpop, like is it Lilac, You a Lot and Mint to Be and things like that. So I'll be intrigued to see a direct comparison between these, but for me personally, not my taste. Then we have another collaboration product, and this is between Pure Cosmetics and the Trolls movie. I completely forgot that there was another Trolls movie coming out. Quite like the first one. We'll probably end up seeing the second one or third one. How many Trolls movies has there been now? But these are some eyeshadow palettes, and these are 6-pan eyeshadow palettes which are $18 each. So they are themed for music because the film is called Trolls World Tour. So there's funk, techno, classical, western and rock. And then they are sort of the circle pan in the middle with the shades around it. I'm not a massive fan of eyeshadow palettes set out like this. I do just kind of like your bog standard square or rectangle pans. But I like the idea of this. The packaging's really cool, and I like the shade selection in quite a few of these palettes. I don't know the exact shades of the ones that I like, but as suspected, I do like the neutral brown one. I do quite like the one that's got the mustard yellow with the copper colour in the middle, and then a couple of sort of like a dusty mauvey colour in the outside. Basically, I think I like all 3 that are down the left hand side of the picture I'll be putting up. The ones on the right hand side are a bit more not my colour scheme, but these do look really pretty, and I say I do quite like the packaging of them, and I did used to love Trolls when I was younger, and I do like the new remakes of the films that they've brought out as well. So this is one that did catch my eye. Don't know if I'm necessarily going to run out and purchase it, but it did catch my eye. Then we have a new release from Milani, and this is the Ludicrous Lights collection. This says it is available now. It does look really pretty, and they have some Ludicrous Lights lip glosses, some duochrome highlighters, and then some eye toppers. It was probably the eye toppers that caught my attention more, because I have been really enjoying the sort of liquid eyeshadows that I've been trying recently. Milani's not too expensive of a brand. This post is only from sort of the early hours of this morning, and there's no prices or anything yet. So say they are available now in Walgreens stores, but then actually further down it does say they are available online at Milani, and then March 14th in Walmart and March 15th in Ulta. This is actually a collaboration with Ali Brooke. I don't know who that is, but I really like the packaging of this and it does look pretty. The shades are quite bright, but say it is only the sort of eye toppers that pique my interest. Okay, now we are up to date. One of the last posts that I've seen is a new release from Drunk Elephant, which I believe did get sort of sneak peeked a little while ago, but this is the full details of it now. And this is new skincare, hair care and body care that they're bringing out. They are bringing out a body lotion, a deodorant cream, a body cleanser, and then for hair, a scalp scrub, a shampoo, and a conditioner and a tangle spray. And it just says coming soon in March, so there's no release date on this just yet. Looking at the prices, the shampoo, conditioner and detangling spray are $25, which, considering how much Drunk Elephant is normally priced for, I don't think that's too bad. The scalp scrub is $36, and then the skincare items and body items don't have a price yet, but again, you can imagine Drunk Elephant prices, they are going to be sort of at least $25–30. There isn't anything in the sort of body care range that jumps out at me immediately, but I might be intrigued by the hair care products. I don't really need a tangle spray at the moment, but I do like the look of what it states. Say it is a superfine weightless leave-in mist that detangles and smooths the hair, so that is one that I will definitely think about. And then the shampoo and conditioner, I don't tend to spend much more than sort of £10 on my shampoo and conditioner, but they look nice. But I think this is a product that I'm going to have to possibly see some reviews on. There are a couple of YouTubers that I follow that do sort of suffer from the same hair complaints as me, that their hair is thick and frizzy, so I'm going to keep an eye out to see if they have any reviews of these on their channel in the coming months and make a decision then. But this is one to definitely sit on and not decide immediately, but I'm intrigued anyway. So that's all the latest releases that I have seen. As I say, I do want to carry this series going forward, so next month should hopefully be a bit more organised. Now I've got my laptop, that was 1,000,000% easier, having colour photos in front of me and things, and also being able to look things up live if I needed to. So this should hopefully be a bit more streamlined in the coming months. But if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.